All right, what's up? This is At the End of the Day podcast. I am your host. I'm your favorite trainer, Zeno, and I'm always up here representing with my guys, man. Guys, I always like them introduce themselves. To my right, let them know who they talking to.
Marcus Robertson, guard taxes. Let us keep the stress and the IRS away from you.
I love it.
So I'm Damon Bethay. I'm the owner of Temple Fitness here in Houston, Bel Air area. 22 years in the fitness industry, hanging out with my partner. We met years ago, and here to enjoy the day and talk about some good stuff.
We're gonna talk about some good stuff, but you know what I'm saying, once again, special thanks to my boy Damon Bethay. Like I say, we go back to my Bally days. This is my brother from another mother, man. So it's my honor, my privilege, man, to have you here with us. And we just want to hear what you say. Hear what you got to say. Let me say it like that. Since the last podcast, a lot of things have gone on. And, you know, one of the things that's went on, well, we was really dreading it. And, you know, I got a lot of mixed feedback about it. But we just had Father's Day that passed recently. Fellas, how was y'all Father's Day? I mean, anything interesting y'all did or what y'all do on Father's Day?
Man, this was the best Father's Day ever. It seems like people are starting to give fathers their just due. I saw some of the restaurants were filling up.
Okay.
Of course, fathers were barbecuing for themselves, but the love and the gifts and the shout-outs were they were there. So I had a good one.
Yeah. That was the feeling that I got. You know what I'm saying? I definitely got like different tones and different viewpoints from different people or whatnot. But the overall, like I said, like you said, Marcus, is like, I mean, okay, they stepping it up for the fathers. You know what I'm saying? But D, talk to me.
Hey, my wife and son, they did a great job.
That's
mainly, I'm okay with it, but I like to be able to spend time with my father. We were able to take him and my stepmom to brunch and do our thing, and then later on, my wife and son, they took me out to go see a movie and all that.
That's what's up.
Hey, man, honestly, every day we do what we do to get our asses up in the morning and go provide for ours. That's Father's Day.
Yeah. No. And Father's Day, you know what I'm saying, is bittersweet for me, man. Like I spent some time with my babies, man. My babies loved on me. Talked to my daughter in Louisiana, man, and just the ultimate just recognition, just recognizing me, just to say it. You know what I'm saying? That's a great gift. But like I say, it's kind of bittersweet for me because this is like my second Father's Day without my fathers, you know what I'm saying? And like D was saying, just spending time with your fathers. And this one thing that I want to say also is that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, love your family, man. Love your family. Tomorrow is not promised. Love your family. Spend time with it. You know, I talk to so many people when I'm working at the gym and other business arenas or whatnot, and how they tell me, you know, their parent get on their nerves. And I know it. I know it to be true, okay? That's all I'm going to say, all right? I know it to be true. But you know what I always tell them? One day you're going to miss that. One day you're going to miss that. And so, you know, it was bittersweet, but I was able to do everything I did. I went to my buddy's house. He had a crawfish boil. And my boy Chef Ross, shout out to my boy Chef Ross, man. My boy had ribs in the crawfish boil. Have y'all ever had ribs in the crawfish boil? Never.
No.
Oh, it blew my mind. And I was looking for some barbecue. I've been looking for some barbecue for a while.
He hiding it in the sauce.
I don't know what he put in the sauce, but it was he put it in the boil. Like in boil. I was like, whatever it was, that was right on time, man. So shout out to my boy celebrating us, and then I went celebrated my homeboy. His birthday is Father's Day weekend, and he did a birthday party / celebration for Father's Day. So shout out to my boy Chris Lewis too as well, man.
Yeah. You said about love, forgiveness. A lot of people are out here that haven't forgiven their parents, that haven't forgiven their fathers. So, man, life is too short. Forgive your parents. They did the best they could with what they had. So, always know that.
Yeah. Now you're totally right. Like one thing, you know, I have so many coined phrases from my father that he always gonna live on because I'm gonna always be quoting him or whatnot. One thing he said is, son, there's no instruction manual for being a parent. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, they did the best they can. Even if it was a bad job, they did the best they can. So, yeah, like I say, love, forgive, You can't really have love in your heart without forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? I feel like love just starts with forgiveness. And so, man, celebrate your family, man. Celebrate your parents, man. Love them. Love on them while you got them, man. Tomorrow's not promised, all right? All right. Also, too, that went down was one of the blackest weekends of all time. We had Juneteenth weekend. And let me tell you, I got my barbecue that weekend. Okay? All right? Juneteenth, man. What did you guys do? What did y'all get into for Juneteenth, D?
Man, we actually just chilled out and just hung out at the house. And honestly, I'm going so much with working at night and then training clients in the morning. Shit, I forgot what day it was.
I don't know. I just celebrated to the weekend, all the way to the weekend. But it happened Thursday. It was Thursday, right?
I believe so.
It was a Thursday.
Yeah, it was
it
an
happened
awkward
Thursday.
day.
But yeah, I celebrated the whole weekend, man. Got to go with my boy, Mr. Marcus, man.
Yeah, we hung out.
Went to the Juneteenth celebration in Mo City.
Yeah.
Mo City, stand up. Man, that was a fabulous time. It was a good vibe, comfortable. Got to hear some good music. Yeah. Kids got to play. It was a nice family event. How did you feel about everything? What all you do? I can't keep up with you, Marcus. What all you do Juneteenth weekend?
Hey, man, as you know, I got my kids for the summer.
Okay.
I call it 45 days with Dad, and they've been keeping me busy. So they wanted to get some soul food.
Okay.
So I took them to Mickey's.
You gotta go to Mickey's.
Not to put Mickey's on blast, but I asked my daughter what she wanted. She said she wanted some fried chicken, and Mickey's didn't have any fried chicken that day.
Oh, damn.
Man, so she got us some fried fish, and the other one got some oxtails and some sweet potatoes and some greens. So they were happy.
Okay, cool. Damon, you ain't had no oxtails?
No, my wife, we postponed the oxtails this year. We normally have a festive occasion at the house.
Okay.
My wife's Jamaican, so we get Jamaican oxtails, rice and peas, curry goat, fried chicken as well.
Curry goat, Billy goat, all the goats.
Man.
All of it,
all
man.
Of it,
hey.
And, callaloo and all that.
Man.
But the oxtails they in my house they set aside my particular Tupperware of oxtails before everybody else get there, and then I get my small trough of food and look at everybody else and be like, why he get more oxtails? I pay the mortgage.
Yeah. No cap. I was blessed and fortunate. Your birthday weekend, man. I came over there in the oxtails, man. Every protein you wanted, man. It was a spread, man. I was almost embarrassed how many plates I had. You know what I'm saying? Man, I just really had a good time. Laid my hair down, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That checked all my boxes. That checked all my boxes for the year, man. I was like, you know what? I'm ready to prep for a show because I know in January I was gonna start back eating clean or whatnot, prepping for a show. When I came to your house, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Checked a lot of my boxes off.
Well, I credit that to my wife, man.
Shout out to Kay.
Kay, a true perfection hair and off of Beach Nut in Houston. Hair studio, salon owner of 30 plus years.
Yeah.
But where she grew up, they didn't have a lot in Jamaica. And, unfortunately, the way circumstances played out, her mom had to come up here and make a way for them, her and her sister, to come up, and they were really young, and they were basically staying in a 2-bedroom house with probably about 8 people, and food was sparse. Yeah. So she swore when she got older, you come to our house, you're gonna leave fat and full.
Straight up, man.
I usually don't invite myself.
Yeah,
places,
I was about to say you welcome to come on through, man. Now that we done met officially, I see you on the show, but you're welcome.
Come on, man. Now it was a great Juneteenth, man. I had a great time celebrating with the family and friends and the black people. I felt so black. I felt so black that weekend. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But today is June 27th, man, a.k.a. DJ Screw Day. So a lot of people that's not from the city might not know it. If they're not from the South, they might not know. But June 27th, we celebrate the late DJ Screw. He recorded his iconic June 27 freestyle, which was a 38-minute freestyle, which was that's got to be in like Guinness Book of World Records or something like that. But it showed off his style at Chopped and Screwed, a sound that was featuring Big Pokey, R.I.P., Young Star, and Big Mo, R.I.P. And it came out in 1996. And today is the day. Is DJ Screw Day, man. I know I was 15 years old when that joint came out, man. And I didn't know what was going on, but I was jamming. You know what I'm saying? I was jamming. So shout out to everybody celebrating. I know it's a lot of people in the city going to Screw Fest. They got Screw Fest at 5015, and they got some other Screw Fest at other locations, man. So happy June 27th, fellas.
All right.
Hey, man, it's a beautiful thing to just be a part of the city and part of that history.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, I'm thinking of drumsticks. I'm thinking of Kappa. I'm thinking of, just hanging out with my partners back in the day, riding around, doing our thing,
Man, bro, cornbreads, going to the pool hall, and man, just all the different places that we went. What was the skating ring over there in A-Leaf?
Man, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, damn, I wish Chuck was here, man. Chuck, let us know in the comments, Chuck, what's the name of that skating ring to everybody. God dang, it's gonna come back to me. It's gonna come back to me. But happy
you still had Stadium Bowl.
That's what I'm talking about. Stadium.
Nah, that was off of Main.
That was off of Main?
Yeah, right there across from remember where old Luther's barbecue was? Mm-hmm. Well, now it's Papa's.
Okay.
Now it's a Target. It ain't Stadium Bowl no more.
Damn.
Gentrification.
That's the word. That's the word.
Man, I wasn't here. I was in Baton Rouge, college, Southern University. So I was caught up in the Cash Money Records and
taking over.
No
Limit Soldiers. No Limit Soldiers. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, I was caught up in that.
Nah, it was still a good time. It was a good time, man. It was a good time just to be from the city. I ain't gonna lie, because I went to college in Louisiana too, and during that time, like that was kind of like the height of Houston music or whatnot. And so you telling me from Houston, oh girl, you from Houston? I'm like, yeah, don't got no screw tapes, but I'm claiming it, I'm repping it hard out there in Louisiana in the booth, man. So yeah, happy June 27th, happy DJ Screw Day to the city, man. Moving on, man, the biggest story in town or that's got everybody up in arms. I know a lot of people really don't care, but I'm just going to make it seem like that. We got the P. Diddy trial, and as a lot of people have been hearing from like TMZ and other credible sources, man, the verdict is coming. It's about to be a verdict. It's rumored they was trying to get a verdict in by the 4th of July, before the 4th of July weekend. We don't know if that's going to happen, but the crazy thing is that several of the charges got dropped, okay? One of the charges was attempted kidnap got dropped, attempted arson got dropped, aiding and abetting sex trafficking got dropped. And just hearing all that, knowing that the verdict is coming, fellas, what's your thought on everything? How y'all feel about this case, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. Honestly, and, thinking about it, man, like at the beginning, I was like, you lost me at 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I'm like, it's just ludicrous to think like that. It kind of goes back to his classic line, "More money, more problems." That classic record that was done. Mm-hmm. It's like, at the end of the day, you got to keep your hands. The only thing they can get him on, in my opinion, is what we saw on the footage in the hotel.
Domestic
violence and bribery.
Okay,
because you went and paid these people whatever you wanted to get the footage, so none of us would see it. And at the end of the day, man, just keep your hands to yourself. It's the golden rule.
I tell my daughters that all the time.
You gotta understand, and as Eddie Griffin said at one time, you ain't gonna leave this. Black entertainers aren't gonna leave that industry without some blemish that they're gonna put on them to tarnish their name, tarnish their legacy. And I look at it like that, man. You knew what you were doing
when you got in.
You had so many people complicit, and you thought that you, for some reason, had the same hue as them.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this. and I'm gonna let you comment on it, Marcus. I'm gonna say this. It's like looking at this case. How when this case first started, you thought that it was just. I personally thought that it was just a slam dunk case. I thought that they were just going to put this man under with all the rumors and the speculation and everything like this. But as you kind of follow the trial, and I did a little bit follow the trial and just hear the testimonies and hear what the people were saying. It's like, man, this dude isn't guilty of these crimes that y'all are trying to convict him. Yeah, he's guilty of some crimes. He's guilty of soliciting drugs, giving drugs, and maybe even being nasty, a freak, and being violent, being aggressive. You know what I'm saying? A domestic violence person, have a bad temper. He's accused of a lot of things, but yeah, it just seemed like to me after all was said and done, and how you see that the prosecution are dropping charges, it was just a witch hunt.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking to myself, like, is there an attack on successful black men?
You gotta ask that question.
Right. It's an attack on black men, period.
So, because that's how it feels like, okay, he's going to walk and he's just going to have this, he's just embarrassed and he's just, humiliated. You know what I'm saying? He's going to walk, but he was humiliated. But everything and all this prosecution brought, I'm thinking it's an open and shut case. What they say when the feds are involved, what's the percentage? Their conviction percentage?
It's
like 90
plus.
90+%.
Yeah.
So just to see how all this was just botched, I was like, I don't know, man. Puff probably did piss off somebody.
Well, it's amazing what money can do. Whether you're guilty or not, money is the thing. So
no,
he was able to get the top attorneys and
7 of them.
Yeah, and these people, some big people. So
yeah.
money can make things appear, disappear.
And you were seeing that some evidence disappeared. They couldn't find evidence or whatnot. They couldn't find fingerprints and stuff like that. Like, you hearing all this stuff, I'm like, what? Okay, all right. You say so. But just as it's narrowing down more and more, I'm just seeing that this was just maybe something to just give him a smack on the hand. Whoever Puff pissed off was a very angry person.
It's, in my opinion, to sum it up, it's the glorified version of shit throwing with the equalization of phone calls being made.
Expound on that for me.
You got nothing on this man. And all of his attorneys, all of his legal counsel basically were pointing out, hey, this is bullshit. Y'all know this is bullshit. You can't stick this to him. And again, going back to Marcus's point, money makes phone calls. Some people got called and said, all right, it's kind of like that movie with Life.
Okay.
When Goldmouth whoop Ray for the cornbread. And the old man said, all right, Goldmouth, that's enough.
That's enough.
That's what I mean by phone calls. It's enough.
Yeah,
you can't hold him on shit.
You can't hold him on nothing. But you took him through the mud. You took him through the mud, embarrassed in front of his wife and his kids. I mean,
yeah,
it's almost like a conviction within itself. You know what I'm saying? You are a judge in the court of public opinion, and we just hope that justice see itself through, and that if justice says he's innocent, so be it. If justice says he's guilty, so be it, man. We just want it to be justice to be heard. The sad thing is these victims, but to be honest with you, a lot of people didn't seem like they was victims as far as the sex.
Right.
I mean, when I sat there and I watched like the transcript of the testimonies, bro, and it was like the women want to set it up. They want to set it up. They want to be down with it. So it was just like, wow, is this really a case? Like I didn't see how it got so far. The rumors and speculation that a lot of people had about Puff, it didn't go the way that we thought. We heard about children at one point in this case that nobody said nothing about kids. We heard,
You got to have absolute concrete evidence of that.
But it was that was lawsuits that he was sued. It wasn't this case, but the other guy. It wasn't this case, but it was another case where the dude was saying to kids, and we heard so many fake interviews from people that were just trying to get clout, talking about, oh yeah, we was at the parties, there was little kids naked on the table with fruit and cheese on top of what. Y'all did hear about this, right?
Hey, like I say, they lost me at baby oil. So some of the stuff I done heard come out about this cat, I'm like, you a wild boy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but some of these things that we heard was criminal, and it's not even being charged against him.
So basically, the way I looked at it also, when it comes to the sexual proclivities of this cat, he's just an abusive ass cuckold.
Okay.
And that's just my opinion. I mean, you sitting there watching somebody ramrod this chick that's
the Punisher.
Yeah, it's like
I can't back.
And then you turn around, beat her to damn, beat her on closed circuit camera. It's just, dude, what you Jekyll and Hyde over here?
Yeah.
With baby oil.
But I'm gonna tell you what, a lot of that's that drug use. You know, one thing that you did see in this case that it was a lot of drug use in that. You know.
That's another thing to show you is that there's a place for all this that's been happening.
It's been happening.
So it may be new in our head and shocking us. There's a secret society or whatever this is
normalized.
Yeah.
But it's always been like that in the industry. You know what I'm saying? We would call it Hollywood, but now we got to say it's the industry because it's not just California, it's just not L.A. You know what I'm saying? It's happening all over. Once you, like you say, reach this echelon of wealth and resources and network, you know what I'm saying? Regular sex just don't do anymore. That's what I mean. Sex don't feel the same at 100,000 as a million, and when you get to 10 million,
well, I gotta ask Marcus this in your profession.
Okay, all right.
How many cats done come through your office doors, and you look at their portfolio of assets and expenses and all this other stuff they got over the calendar year, and you start noticing little anomalies of expenditures in there.
You can't answer that.
not no names, but I'm pretty sure you're sitting there like,
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure you've seen expenditures like, all right, you bought you a sports car, but you're not driving a sports car, or you got trips going for thousands of dollars coming out of your account. It's just, even in his world, in our world, we experience these people. I mean, we know people that have, unfortunately, we train wives, soon-to-be ex-wives that are telling us stories of, like, I'm like, ma'am, I just want you to do another set.
I've heard people say they work at some of the liquor stores or Specs or whatnot. They said people come with a debit card, spend $30,000 just to, for the weekend. Or
That's
I'm
crazy.
Like,
that's crazy.
Not a credit card, a debit card.
So they got liquid. They got liquid.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
they got
the liquid part.
Yeah, they got liquid. They ain't on no credit or whatnot,
right,
man. But man, it's just crazy. We're just seeing like how perverse the world is, really, and how money make the world go round, man. Money make the world go round, and we seeing it also too in the legal field, legal sense. So, Puff was a damn near billionaire if he wasn't a billionaire at the time, fighting the fight that he had. So, I mean, he like you say, he got a dream team on him. We haven't seen a legal team like this since OJ. Real talk, bro.
The juice.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he went all in. He went all in. He banked on that. So, like I say, man, we just hope that justice gets served, and this is black man, this innocent. You know what I'm saying? You got a free Puff. That sound right? We're gonna segue. Okay, we're gonna segue. The NBA, man. We had the NBA Finals where the OKC Thunder, they defeated the Indiana Pacers in Game 7, man. Even though, it was unfortunate how Indiana star player Halliburton, how he went down early in the game, which he looked like he was going to have a good night. If any of y'all watched the game, it looked like he was going to have a good night, and he tore his ACL, man, which is unfortunate. So we just hoping and praying for a speedy recovery for that young man. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I felt like, top to bottom, I just felt like OKC was the more superior team. What y'all guys thought?
You said that. I didn't have a dog in the fight. I'm always going for the underdog. Okay. So I was hoping he'd have a good night, and looked like he was starting, but that first quarter went down. I was like, oh, it's over. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap because it was going to take everything they got to beat OKC. You right. D, what you thought about it?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. We being, especially us three, being the era we grew up in when it comes to NBA, I just feel, honestly, in my opinion, this NBA is weak.
It ain't sexy as it used to be.
Nah, it's weak, and I was watching some of the Rockets in their series, and I'm like, big dude, Sangoon, whatever. I'm like, you're too much of a presence to be laying the ball up right up under the basket. You're not going up with power. I'm just
the ball.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, I'm looking at this. I'm like, and then I see Draymond the other day on the podcast. I'm like, yeah, I had to test him. Yeah, he wasn't really, he wasn't contending with it. But I think I'll watch maybe a quarter and a half of Game 5 because depending on what night it was or whatever, but I'll give a shout out to OKC, even though, as Marcus said, I ain't got a dog in the fight.
Right.
The only dog I got in the fight is I'm just glad that they, kicked the ass of the team that represents Indiana, Clanland.
Oh shit!
So me. You talk about Juneteenth. Blackness is gonna reign through.
Okay.
And what's the young man's name? SB, the kid from Canada, the player.
SGA.
Shout out to him, man. He put together a hell of a year and finished strong, and that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, and just kind of like, to be honest, the NBA is not as. I felt like it was entertaining early in the playoffs because you're starting to see the young cats, the new names, the new teams kind of emerging. But like you saying, when we got to the NBA Finals, I wasn't really like enthused about it. And no disrespect to those teams, you know what I'm saying? They got some great players on both teams. Yeah. No disrespect to them or whatnot. I didn't have a dog in the fight. I'm just being a spectator. I'm just a fly on the wall. So, but shout outs to them, man. But I felt like the biggest news on that day was the trade of Kevin Durant to the Rockets.
I thought it wasn't gonna happen.
It growed on me. It's growing on me.
I ain't saying I agree with it.
It grew on me too. So I'm a believer now. So like, I'm all in. Going to give me a jersey, and
I ain't gonna go that far. I'm gonna get a Rockets shirt. I'm
just worried about when we meet, our nemesis, Golden State. I'm sure Draymond gonna get in his head, and
I don't think he can get in Kevin Durant head. Draymond know who to do that to. I'll say that. Draymond know who to. He ain't gonna do that to a superstar, bro.
Okay.
He's not gonna do that to a superstar. He might throw it out.
Talking about Draymond Green, man.
Come on. We talking about Draymond?
Because when they were playing together, there was a little
tension.
Tension. So he gonna try it just to see what he made of. So I hope he mentally, not only physically, but I hope he mentally ready too.
It seemed like, because at the trade deadline, Golden State was flirting with trying to bring back Kevin Durant, you know what I'm saying, from all the rumors and speculation, and Kevin straight up said he don't want to go. So it is what it is. I don't think it's no beef. I just think that Kevin just like, I don't mess with him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
what is his tenure in the league? That's my number one.
Who
question.
That?
Kevin Durant.
He's a sniper. He's a sharpshooter.
No, what is his career? How many years in the league has he played?
15.
Yeah,
15.
So we got 15-year-old legs.
37-year-old.
I'm still taken back by Udoka and the GM's conversation post their season. Oh, we're not changing anything. We have a nucleus here. We're gonna stick with this, and we're gonna grow this young team together. Yeah. Now you got two members of that franchise gone, and you're bringing in 15-year-old legs.
But I understand
and
that,
a really bad edge up.
Damn. Oh, no.
Well,
I agree with that, but bro, we all seen those playoff series, and Jalen Green choked, bro. Like you don't have to be
Harden.
You don't have to be a basketball aficionado to see. Use your eye test. Like this dude choked, And then you seeing all the other stuff, the other antics he do off the field.
Here you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, I don't know that part.
Draymond said, "Don't talk about that other stuff."
Him painting his nails.
Oh, you talking about the Taco Bell commercial?
Taco Bell,
Okay,
yeah, man.
all
Get him
right,
out of here. Get him out of here.
I thought it was something wrong with the lighting.
And then you know.
The hell is why is his nails so shiny?
And you know.
Can you imagine Kobe and Jordan with?
Man, no. They don't make them like they used to. You know what I'm saying? They don't make them like they used to, bro. They don't make you superstars like they used to. You just gotta, find the one that fits the best. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody should be in his ear.
Man, but these YNs, they don't believe in OGs, bro.
I don't refer to them as.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like that.
I refer to them as, believe it or not, for males.
For males.
I just call them for males.
I think mine is a little nicer.
Yeah, I mean, because
one of y'all.
I just refer to them as for males because the thing is, it goes back to, with our industry, everybody's coming in with something going on with their ego.
Yeah, real gimmicky.
The image, and that's most people. Like, dude, you're a basketball player, dude. You gotta represent young guys that are trying to make it to where you are, and they're playing AAU, which I heard something from one of the other players who, what's the guy that beat up Derek Fisher for being in his house?
Matt Barnes.
He said something perfect about when it comes to all these injuries, like these Achilles injuries. Mm-hmm. He was like, dude, he takes it back to AAU. Dude, think of how much basketball those kids are playing before they even play their high school schedule.
Bro, them kids eat, sleep, sports. Like they playing multiple sports. It's like it's not good enough. Even if you play football, you got 7-on-7, you got flag. You know what I'm saying? You got so many different things that they got, man. And they're constant. And if they ain't got that, they got track. And if they don't have that, they got basketball. Like I got one of my homeboys, his son. Man, I'm like,
select team.
Select, yeah, all that, bro. And we, at the gym we have a kids camp, and these kids, bro, they pretty much playing ball year round.
And as you've experienced, and I've experienced with some of our younger clients who've moved on, and they've gotten burned out when they get to college, or they've gotten broken down by the time they get to college.
Bodies don't hold up, and even though they faster, stronger, quicker. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, mileage is mileage.
Even with the technology and
with the technology,
medicine and all that.
Yeah, and the surgeries are so much advanced, bro. It's just a lot on them. So, but
and you gonna put all that stress on Kevin Durant?
We gonna bring it back.
15 years.
We'll see. All right, we had the NBA draft where Cooper Flagg, who was the heralded or unanimous #1 pick to the Dallas Mavericks, which I'm still kind of like trying to figure out this conspiracy theory, because how did the Dallas Mavericks get him? But that's neither here nor there. We're not gonna chase any ghosts today. We're not gonna chase any ghosts. But Cooper Flagg, he's with the Dallas Mavericks. So you have Cooper Flagg, Kyrie Irving. Once he gets back from an injury, they're saying Kyrie's probably not gonna be back to like after a month or two after the All-Star break. And then you got AD, Mr. Plastic.
Street clothes.
So, I feel like, do y'all think that adding him is going to move the needle for them? Are they going to be contenders? Or it's just much to do about nothing? Maybe we're a year or two away from that conversation with them.
Yeah, I said a couple of years away.
But think about it. Kyrie ain't getting no younger. AD not going to get any younger. He definitely not going to get more injury-prone. Injury-free, for sure. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm just trying to see the hype, man. I haven't watched Cooper Flagg play, but from analysts, they talking about he's like the next LeBron. Like, yeah, like that, bro. So
light-skinned LeBron.
A light-skinned LeBron, okay. Of course. Well, we're gonna see what's up. But congratulations to the Dallas Mavericks and Cooper Flagg being the first pick. But let's move it on. We had some real unfortunate news in the media. We had B Simone. She's having some hard times. And I'm going to play a little clip of what she said on her podcast. And just want to get you guys' thoughts on this.
Just my finances. Like, the budgeting, you see how I am. Nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like, I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it, like, to spend. The liquid.
Yeah.
I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account. But
All right. So, just hearing that, and maybe this is an entertainment thing or whatnot, but, I mean, what are you guys' thoughts on hearing that and, her conversation and how she's really distraught?
Have you ever heard of balancing a checkbook? Pride comes before the fall, man. I've never really followed her career, her talent, to say the least. But in my opinion, she got a poor mindset, because being broke is simply breaking the promise to yourself and not breaking yourself. You can still put yourself out there as an asshole and make bad financial decisions.
Big facts.
The thing that I feel like, to what she did unknowingly was jade the shit out of all of her fans who pay their hard-earned work, they 9 to 5, hard-working money, man and women.
She's sabotaging herself.
Oh, she sabotaging.
It's still going.
It's done. It's like you already were a marginal talent. You got guys like one of my favorite comedians, Corey Holcomb.
Shout out to Corey.
Big shout out to Corey. Said it months ago. She's a joke thief. And you're really all you had, in my opinion, was what? Wilding Out. That's the only thing I remember her being on.
And it's not no star besides Nick Cannon on Wildin' Out, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe DC Young Flagg. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, for me personally, and just to kind of piggyback on what you said, man, it's just the mindset is just really unattractive. You know what I'm saying? I know she's from Dallas. She's from our Lone Star State or whatnot. So, I always try to root for my state. You know what I'm saying? Root for the state, root for my city, root for the region for the most part. And like Damon said, man, it's a poor mindset, bro. And it's just crazy. And it's really hypocritical because, she's supposed to have been one of those people when they was all extra woke talking about manifest. You know what I'm saying? I'm manifesting this, I'm manifesting that. And I just felt like it was real hypocritical. But one thing that I know, fellas, man, is this like when tough times come, that's when you really see people true character and their nature. You know what I'm saying? When everything's going good, anybody could say anything. They can be anything. But it's like the tough times is really when you see the character in people or whatnot. And it's just poor character that we just seeing in her. And it just shows the hypocritical state that she's in. Like, she called herself trying to lead and empower and inspire and motivate. And a tough time come like this, which really ain't no tough time. Okay? All right, it's just like you say to a fan, that's such a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? To say you can't shop at Bloomingdale's, go to H&M, like,
how many of them have shop at H&M?
Straight up, it's people. Look. I never really like to get too political, but in this country, economy, inflation is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Groceries are a big deal. So for her to come out and this is her sad love song. It was just like a slap in the face, bro. I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan of her. I don't think she's funny or whatnot. But do your thing. She was doing her thing, and my thing is, and if you're an entrepreneur, it's always another day. Yeah, it's always another day. Like, we all in here are entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? We know that sometimes we up, sometimes we down. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, if we quit, we know what we're gonna get.
Right.
You quit, and just by faith and consistency, hard work, and just good service, we're still here standing today because we didn't quit and we just tried our best. And that was just like really hypocritical when I seen B Simone doing that. And I'm just like, is this the leaders that y'all have? Is this your leaders? You know?
Well, it's funny. I don't mean to cut you off, Mark. It's funny you brought up the podcast of her saying, manifest, I manifest this, I manifest that. And yet there's not one man on this planet that has been a man to fess up and claim her as his chick or his gal or his wife. And the thing is, going back to that statement of, you said, is this our leaders? No, not at all. You can't lead with emotions. It's like getting on a fucked up ass roller coaster at the end. Like, hey, ain't no track there.
Yeah.
What could actually happen if I don't get this shit under control before we get to the end of the track?
Yeah, it's sad. We hope she gets it together, but I don't know. Maybe she was trolling.
I don't know much about her. I don't really follow her. Did a little research and I saw she was on Wild 'N Out for a few years. But if I could just take a stab at it, I kind of watch the modern culture of women, and when people make a stand on something, I don't typically like laugh at pain and things like that. But like those people who are like, for Donald Trump, and then something like man,
they lose their job.
Yeah,
and he's yeah.
It's like, come on now. What did you think?
What did you expect?
Yeah, so like I have daughters. I'm raising almost teenagers. So I'm like,
shout out to the twins.
Whatever y'all hear all this boss B, bad bit, we're not about that. We're not about that. And we
don't play that shit.
No, we don't. And
don't.
And you gonna work hand in hand with the man. You're not gonna talk or act, and you're gonna submit, and you're gonna know your place, and he's gonna know his place. Even if I have to put a hand in it to add to it. But
yeah,
that culture, that this modern, I think it's like a disease that's going around, that they some of them have this power, and it's
abusing the power.
Yeah.
It's like they let the power go to their head.
Yeah.
You know? And then you wonder why you get the results you get. You know what I'm saying? Too much is given, much is expected. So, you know, I just, like you say, I hope this is a lesson to people that are influenced, that are, you know what I'm saying, fans of hers, that you know what I'm saying. Of course she's gonna get back on her feet. It ain't like she going homeless anytime soon. Of course she's gonna get back on her feet. She's got friends in the industry that's not gonna let her fall off like that. You know what I'm saying? But we really gotta walk with humility, man. We gotta walk with humility. Don't forget where we came from. Because let me tell you something, when you broke, you never want to get back to that feeling. And so I know for me, that's the ultimate, you know, thing that humbles me. I'm like, you know what? I got too ahead of myself. I didn't treat people good. They didn't support me. They left my business, and I was struggling, and I made a vow to myself, like, I'm gonna always respect people. I'm always, you know, really be grateful for the people that wants to work with me. I'm gonna treat them good. So we just hope this is a lesson for old B Simone, man. We hope she get her paper back up, which we know and believe she will. But people walk in some humility, man. Just remember, everything that you preach, you got to practice. You know what I'm saying? You got to practice it. So,
are we giving her some words of wisdom before we move on? As entrepreneurs?
I mean, I done gave all I'm going to give her. You got something else for a D?
Is that the camera?
Yeah, that's the camera right there. Go ahead.
B Simone, at the end of the day, try quitting. I guarantee you it's the greatest motivator you ever experienced.
Damn.
I just say broke is a mindset, and as long as you have that mindset of, I mean, I do my daily affirmations, and I'm
sure.
all about.
You manifest it.
I didn't say that. But I don't look at scarcity. I don't think that it's like, you know, this is the only job, this is the only woman, this is the only house. I think that there's so much out there, and you can go get it.
Yeah.
And start taking accountability and 100% responsibility for everything that happens to you, and know that you are the prize, and go get it.
Go get it, man. Go get it at the end of the day. You guys, y'all said a mouthful. I can't add any more on top of what y'all just said. No Diddy. We're gonna segue to the last topic. And this might not be, you know, this topic might not be like breaking news or a big topic in the industry, but the the fact of the matter is what's going on is a big deal. And so we had the BET Awards this month, and it was pretty decent. It was pretty decent. You know, once again, when you watch that show, you will realize how out of place you are with pop culture, because it's some new stuff that you know what I'm saying, I didn't know what was going on, but it was a good show overall. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I got to see some celebrations of Jamie Foxx got an Icon Award, Mariah Carey got Icon Award, Snoop Dogg got Icon Award. So that was good to see those guys and that lady to get their flowers. So, but they showed a clip of a rapper from Memphis named Moneybagg Yo that looked real different, and it's a lot of speculation that he's had plastic surgery on his face, like, his cheekbones and, you know what I'm saying, maybe some lips and stuff done. And, there was always rumors back in the day. Remember when they was beefing that Drake got the BBL? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been hearing about boys getting them fake six-packs, right? Yeah. Okay. I've been hearing about boys getting fake calf implants. That's a big deal. And another rapper from Memphis, a lot of people been kind of like having whispers about him. Finesse 2 Times saying he looked like he had weight loss surgery. So I'm just, what are y'all thoughts on men and plastic surgery?
I'm not for it. I think you just work hard, change your mindset, change your diet, and just get it every day. Like I've worked out every day this week. I saw a post that said, I don't know if I'm injured or if this is the way I'm feeling at this age, but I'm gonna keep going. Yeah. And I've seen the results of when I stick to it. But I hear from women and they say, hey, I love how you age gracefully. I like how you don't try to hide that you're an older man. Like, I'm not trying to dye my beard or anything like that. Yeah. I'm a zaddy. And I own it.
That's clear.
Please tell me. I'm sorry. It's certain terms. What does that actually mean? Because I go to the sports bar sometime and
they call you zaddy?
No. I don't know why they.
Cut that, Alex.
But what does that mean?
It's an older gentleman who's on fashion, taking care of himself, grooming himself, just not letting himself go because he's
old and he ain't got the Anthony Hamilton beard.
Right. So I'm always I've noticed that since I've been 40, it seems like my sexual market value, my attractiveness has been going up.
Hey man, diversifying your bonds. So.
Yeah.
D, what you think about men and plastic surgery, bro?
Hey, when God created this thing, he gave us everything in that garden to live hundreds of years. I'm happy to hear Marcus and see y'all doing your thing and just basically getting back to the root of what his design for us is. Yeah. My thing with dudes or anybody we train over the years, because I did it myself, when my clients were like, I just don't like the way this. I think I'm gonna go. I said, okay. I said, do this. I did it myself. I said, go in your closet. If you're a praying person, go in your closet, prayer closet, whatever, or your quiet time. Ask God, in His opinion, or in God's opinion, to reveal to you the way He sees you physically on this earth. I said, but don't ask that question if you're not afraid to actually see what He's about to show you, and actually take steps toward that. This culture, I think, is too many for males following women.
Yeah,
women. This is a trend women have been doing. You see all the videos of these women flying to other countries, getting their asses filled with whatever cement. Silly putty, whatever, and then they riding back on the plane. Then they riding back on the plane, and they bent over, and if you don't have the money to stay and go through the post operation therapy or recovery, then either get your money up to do that, or do the shit here where it's gonna be done properly. Some people need it. There's, but as far as this cosmetic stuff,
dude,
unless it's a guy, and God help him. It was a soldier that I caught a short of, and he was just showing. He was like, people ask me, how do I sip or drink or drink my water or whatever. Dude, when I say this cat looked like Skeletor, and there's no God bless him, he obviously had been in a conflict or in combat, and literally you can see his nostrils. He has no nose.
Wow.
His lips are gone. All you see is gums and teeth. And I'm just sitting there. He's talking to us like we talking right now.
Mm-hmm.
And my heart goes out to him, and thank God for him, being alive. But
vets.
That to me, okay,
will be a situation where, okay.
Yeah, it deems cosmetic surgery, because I'm like, dude, if I was where I needed to be, multimillionaire status, I would want to find out if that dude, one, would want to have some type of surgery to at least, help him out. Because not that you should be embarrassed about how you look, but hey, if we can help you in a certain way, but people just wasting money on this shit. Yeah. We were talking about for an award show. It's like, get in the gym, eat better, put in the work, go to sleep, get some rest, and the body will change.
And what's so crazy about it is, like, when you see these people that have the type of money that they have, they feel like they got the money, they can do it, right? But it's just, I just can't understand it, because, normally I think that when you see wealthy people, they worked hard. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like anytime that you're trying to get, like you say, unless it's just a want, I don't understand, like, why would you get something like that that's lazy, that's totally against your principles of how you got to where you at to do what you do. It's like it's lazy, because like you say, like both of you guys are saying, it's like everything that you need is out there for you to do. You're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to commit. You're going to have to be disciplined. But nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants that microwave, that quick fix. You know what I'm saying? They want the microwave award, you know what I'm saying, award. They want to get everything right there instantly when they want it at the fingertips, and nobody wants to work. So it's just crazy. But also, too, like you said, D, it's like, man, that's not even things that men did. We never did this. And just seeing this, and these are supposed to be our hardcore rap people. You know what I'm saying? These are supposed to be macho men that's doing this. These are gangsters. And it just puts a slap. It's a slap in the face to me, bro. Like, just as far as being a man, it's like, man, this ain't even what we do. Yeah. You know how up in arms I was about the fingernail paint? How do you think I felt about this? Like, just seeing that, I'm like, man, I ain't built the same way no more. Yeah. They not built the same way.
Seems like it's
a rapper. Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just saying the masculinity thing feels like it's a dying breed. Like it's kind of
a Scarface classic.
Say hello to my little friend. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, but thank goodness for platforms like this, man. With us men, manly men, masculine men, and we could be able to say how we feel about the situation. Say, you know what, we not for this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That ain't our deal. So I really appreciate y'all input, y'all thoughts on this podcast. Fellas, y'all got anything y'all want to add? Anything y'all want to say? Anything going down? What y'all doing this weekend?
Man, I'm just trying to figure out what's the rest of the day.
I feel that.
I gotta go clean some fish. That's what I gotta do.
Yep, and let me know when you grill it, whatever you do to it, saute it. I don't know, but that redfish got my name on it, brother. Yeah, that's it. What about you, Marcus?
And I'm gonna do some cycling. They got the summer sizzle bike ride coming up, so I'm gonna go get some miles in on the bike in the morning. And I've been a part of a lot of men's groups and men's book clubs, and we're reading this new book called Undeniable, and it's like saying, having the mindset you will not be denied, and you're going to go get it every day. And for me and my family, I feel like that I can't take no days off. I know I need that recovery and I need that rest, but I gotta have that mindset.
And this is the thing what's so crazy. Like, a lot of people think that it's just it is a privilege to be a man, but it's a responsibility to be a man. You know what I'm saying? It's things that we have to, like you say, have a certain mindset to keep pushing the family forward, keep pushing the mark.
So I push myself to be in uncomfortable positions.
Yeah.
I even test the women in my life to see if they can handle uncomfortable positions. But go ahead.
Hey,
You said about food.
Marriage is its own test. Yeah, I commend you, man, on what you were saying earlier about your daughters, and because at the end of the day, both of y'all have daughters, and I wanted a daughter because, you know, for some reason I'm a protective, very protective person, even with my son. But it takes a lot because you all got to step into a realm at times where you got to do the nail stuff, but you do it in the confines of your home. The males in this era of human existence, they want to be seen. They always peacocking. They want to be on social media. I mean, I'm seeing it's like a
Role reversal.
And then you got women out here trying to, you know, run around and they trying to, you know, I'm tough. I'm like, you get into a situation where you find out where one of these cats ain't a real man is just not finna handle. Let this slide.
Yeah,
It's a problem on your hands, and then you revert back to your true nature.
Yeah,
as being a woman.
Peacock sometimes.
you do be peacock. Oh,
When I
Lord.
walk in the building,
Man,
I'm gonna get my peacock on too. I peacock too, right?
how many chains you got? You walking? You
just two, and I got them tucked in.
Okay.
Tucked
Yeah.
Tuck this in. All
But-
right, fellas.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, but like you saying, we gotta stay true to our morals. We gotta stay true to our beliefs, our system, fellas. We gotta continue to just hold fast in it, and you know, like they say, it only take one. We know for sure we got 3 here today. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all input. I appreciate y'all time, man. It's always a pleasure and an honor, man. We signing out. This is At the End of the Day podcast. I'm your host. This is my boy D, my boy Marcus, and we out.